earth, wind, fire, and water. All the four elements are coming to Weiss Schwarz soon with Avatar. And you know what else is coming? Assholes. And you thought they were going away for a little bit, but nope. They're going to be right back right when this releases. Prices have been steadily going down, and you think these people are kind of gone, right? But I have some bad news for you. If there's anything about dumbasses, they're very, very predictable. And I'm going to kind of let you know what my predictions are for the next coming year and a half for what the Weiss Schwarz market is going to be like. So in general, how do you know that typically the prices in the market and the market is kind of dying a little bit down is that people are kind of starting to come into their senses, right? If you look at the recent year and a half to 2 year type of history, you'll see that markets like the fate cards in Weiss Schwarz were highly just like jacked up and people were just buying literally anything and everything, right? But overall, it hasn't worked out for, I would say, probably like a huge chunk of almost like, I dare say, like over 90% of the people that have been buying things out, like sabers, for example. People are buying these up for like $500, $600, $700, and then, no one wants them, to be honest. You look at, characters like Saber, they're really just not that popular at all. We'll look at some of the Camelot cards as well, too. And then you look at cards like Rin. You also see that, again, right, for new people that are heading into these markets, you have to realize just because prices are listed at $900, $1,000, and then you end up seeing them being sold for $600, it doesn't mean it's a steal, and it doesn't mean that you're getting a good deal. I just want you to realize that, because these prices at $600, $700, $900, they don't sell. Nobody has ever bought these cards at these prices, minus a select few dumbasses that fell for these tactics. So you'll see also a lot of people are trying to dump these cards for like, I don't know, like $400 or $500, just trying to see if someone will bite, based on the fact that people will see, oh, on TCG players, like almost like $700, $800. So if I buy it for $400, $500, it's a steal, right? No. And if you actually look at the overall market in itself, again, I want you to realize, if you look at sold histories, right? If you're looking purely just to buy these things for enjoyment, I would even say wait for lower prices. If you're looking to purely just buy for investment, I'm going to say that you're going to have a very, very, very bad time if you're one of these people that are sweeping up a lot of these like Hololive cards. There's a bajillion of them out there. I would advise to honestly stay away from a lot of these high-end type cards. It's very, very easy for you to get roped in, especially like the Alice promo where it's literally just a Springfest stamp. I don't see the worth there. The Roxy, obviously, I talked about it over and over again. Cards like Last Shot, someone bought it for $1,400 on TCG Player in April. Very questionable, right? A lot of these purchases. So I know people will always just say, oh, you're just cherry picking sets that suck or whatever it is, but I want you to just realize patterns, because the same people that said I cherry pick sets that suck is the same people that were holding on to cases of things like, Dragon Maiden JP or whatever it is, and you make your own decisions at the end of the day, and I'm just trying to help people out in order to just save their money and not fall for this bullshit. So what I want you to realize, right, again, if you're buying things that you don't enjoy and you're purely just speculating on it, your money is very well spent and invested in something else where you're actually going to get a return on it, as opposed to just anime cardboard or anime titties. Because look at it this way, right? If you look at every single set that's been coming out, you'll see that the fatigue has been hitting. Of course, like sets like Camelot, there's like stamps and, there's no signatures. But aside from that, you'll look at a lot of these cards and you'll realize a lot of these cards, no one really buys them. So this Lion King hasn't sold even once on TCG Player, except recently for like $200, right? People are listing them for like $300, $400, $500, or whatever it is. If you're buying them for $400, $500, then you're a fucking idiot. And the Bedivere, recently one was sold for $150, but aside from that, no one has bought them. Again, TCG Player, I believe, keeps records of up to like 6 months to a year. I think it's 1 year, because I know eBay is around like 6 months, but you'll see that all these cards, no one buys them for probably any price over 100, right? Unless the people that actually really want them and buy them are mainly the people that are playing it. But if you're banking on the fact that people are investing in these, then you're in for a rude awakening. Another set, for example, right? You'll look at, you know, Tokyo Revenger sets, where if you look at even markets like Pokemon, even as saturated as it is, and, you know, as much as the market has been like beat to death, people still buy these cards on release day, as opposed to if you look at TCG Player for any of these Tokyo Revenger high-end cards, it hasn't sold even once. I hate using this term, but with Avatar coming out to Weiss Schwarz, you're gonna have a lot of Timmys, pretty much new people that are gonna come into the market, right? And that's when all these assholes that are gonna try to take advantage of them they're gonna come out of woodworks to try to milk these people as much as they can, because right now the people that are in the market already got ripped off and they're wiser to a lot of these things, right? That's why you see a lot of these things not selling. You'll see a lot of these slabs, rare slabs, also going down for pretty much raw prices or lower, and people just aren't buying them, right? Minus, again, you could point out a select few sales, but a lot of these people are just banking on and speculating that the prices will go up. Most likely it won't. And if you're one of the new people, or if you ever seen new people that come into any hobby, even Weiss Schwarz, for example, it could be any hobby, right? The first thing they'll answer, hey guys, I'm new to this collecting hobby, new to this collecting category. What's the most valuable card? What's the most, you know, best cards to invest in, or the best sets to invest in? So if you're new and you want to ask these questions, I'm gonna stop you right there first. Anytime you ask a question like this, first of all, if you're asking a question about what you should invest in, what you should put your money in hopes of something going up, you're never gonna get a response that's actually useful. And at that point, you're probably better off not putting your money into collectibles. In general, you shouldn't put money into collectibles unless you know what you're doing. And even if you know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't do it anyways. I truly believe that when it comes to collectibles, collecting, and just this type of hobby in general, you're either passionate about the category, you're passionate about collecting, or you have a genuine interest in it, right? If you don't genuinely like collecting, or if you don't genuinely like whatever you're collecting, you're gonna, most likely 99% of you out there are gonna lose money if you have no interest in it and you're purely in it for the money. And the only type of responses you'll honestly get when you ask these questions is you're gonna have some douchebag that looks like this, and the only response you'll get is, hey bro, I got some sick slabs for you, bro. It's like some sweet BGS 9.5 slab, super rare card. This is a sweet grade, sweet card, super rare, and you should buy this one. I have it for you. I'll give you a good price. I have no idea why, but this is always how they talk, right? Whenever you see like a picture of a graded card or whatever it is, all you'll ever see is comments like, sweet slab, bro. Sick slab, bro. Sick grade, sweet card. And I'm so sick of seeing it, right? But this is just some life lessons y'all gotta learn. If someone's trying really, really hard to sell you on something, and they gotta make a point that this is super rare, you know, this is super hard to find, this is a super rare card, most likely they're trying to sell you really hard on it because they can't get rid of it. And it's not that great of an item, and it's not that easy of a thing to sell. If something is really that great of an item, it sells itself. Just keep that in mind. They don't have to push it on you super hard to make it a point. This is super rare, one of a kind, population 1. All right, so now that I got the rant out of the way, pretty much what's gonna happen is it's most likely the same shit you saw when the Spider-Man movie came out, and then all the Marvel cards started getting jacked up and people were investing in Spider-Man cards. Don't fall for it, because as you saw with the Spider-Man card, once the hype dies down, if you were the one that bought these things for $500, $600, $700, $800, and you were just buying it to invest in it and you can't afford to lose the money, you're gonna get fucked. And now that prices are low, you're gonna see a lot of these like graded cards or whatever it is gonna start going for lower prices as of right now, right? So we're kind of like in a recession type of thing where the same thing is kind of reflected into the card market. And what you're gonna see is a lot of these people, since they're so deep in on it, I already talked about in my previous videos if you want to check them out. So they're so deep in on it that, you know, they already have like part of the sunk cost fallacy put into it. They already put so much money into it that it's hard for people to back out. So what they're gonna do is some people will double down. They're gonna pick up a lot of these cards for a steal, and once Avatar releases, you're gonna have a whole influx of new people coming in that have no idea what they're doing, and they have no clue about the market. They're gonna think that every single signed card is stonks, and they're gonna fall for all this hype and all these channels talking about how, oh, this is like a great investment and all this other stuff, and people are gonna get ripped off. So the fact that a lot of people are holding on to a lot of these cards now that they're not really selling and people are just banking on the prices going lower, either they're not gonna sell or some people are gonna buy them, picking up thinking it's a steal, stupid shit like the serial number cards and stuff like that. And then when all these new people come in that don't know any better, they're gonna pretty much get scammed and buy some of these things thinking that, oh man, this is what they say is pop 1 out of 10, the only black label is gonna be stonks and all this other stuff. Like, if you're a new collector and you somehow stumble upon this video, I really want you guys to be very, very careful about buying these things, because unless you're buying it just to hold on to it because you truly like the item, I want you to think about it in a way where if you buy one of these things for anything over $1,000, you're probably not going to be able to get rid of it if you're looking to sell it off to someone else later on. So if you end up seeing prices going up within the next year, I want you to realize that that's artificial. It's not because of the demand is suddenly higher because people really want them and the items, the valuation went up, right? It's because people are banking on the fact that there's a lot of new people coming in, a lot of just like general people, casual people that aren't into the collecting hobby and they just don't know any better. And that's why the prices are gonna spike and people are gonna buy some of these things. And when people buy these things, these prices will spike, they'll go up, and then you'll think like, oh man, everything's hot again, right? But no, it's not gonna be, because same thing as when you saw into Pokemon, same thing as what you currently see right now because of the hype, that prices go up and then they're going to go down. And when Avatar comes out, a lot of prices for a lot of things are going to go up because people are going to start thinking, oh man, I'm going to invest again. But then it'll be the same thing where people are going to end up realizing that, you know, the demand isn't there. And when they try to get rid of it, they're not going to be able to get rid of it. And we see examples of this right now where you see on the market. If you just look at any of the cards being sold, no one wants these high dollar cards outside of a specific small group of people that either really, really like the items or are just doubling down on it because of the sunk cost fallacy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to let you guys know that, you know, most likely prices will spike as we get closer to Avatar, as more new people come into the hobby as well too. And I don't want you guys to fall into the hype again, where obviously a lot of people, a lot of naysayers fell for the hype and they lost a lot of money, which is why a lot of people have kept very, very silent. If you buy what you enjoy, you probably won't regret it, as well as most of the time you'll end up coming out on top, because if you truly enjoy these items, if you truly enjoy these things that you collect, you'll naturally hold on to them longer because you're going to buy them and go like, you know what, I like it anyways. And you're going to be patient and wait for these prices to be good before you purchase them. So as we're in a recession right now, things are not going to sell that fast or at all. So prices will either go down, and if they don't go down, that means that people are holding on to them to wait for the price spike of when Avatar comes out. And I'm almost certain that there will be price spikes and people just buying things out when Avatar comes out because of all these new people coming into the hobby, and they're going to think like, oh man, all these signatures are going to be worth a lot of money if I buy them. And these guys are hard selling it to these people that just don't know any better. They're going to be like, check out this sick slab, bro. If you want to buy this, I got you, bro. I'll give you a sick price. Just DM me. But yeah, outside that, I'm having a lot of fun playing the game, and thank you everyone that's been just letting me know that you enjoy the content. I really appreciate it. Have a great day. Take care.